What's up, guys? This is your boy James, aka Six8Jay, coming to you on this Saturday evening. It's 6 o'clock. We're on time. We've got an incredible show. If my blood pressure gets up, guys, that's all right. Just pray for you, brother. I'm just saying, I'm going to be on one today, and that's okay. Let's get right into it. Market cap, nothing's really changed, guys. We got all the prices pretty much the same. If you guys want to check out all of our amazing content, for those of you guys who don't know, maybe you're part of the Crypto for Life family, you obviously know. But if you just joined in for the first time doing this stream, this live stream, or if you check this stream out a little bit later, know that we've been around for about 12 months. I was co-hosting before that. Our family is called Crypto for Life. We try to go live each and every day. Sometimes we might do 2 a day if there's some type of controversy or hot topic like today. And normally we go live. It depends. Most of the times it's about 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or we'll go live at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it just all depends on what's going on, you know, what I have going on through the day and all that stuff. But we try to stay consistent between that 10 and 12 time frame. Now, for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is James, aka Six8Jay. I've been around crypto since 2017. Ex-pro athlete. Been a business owner for 25 plus years on some of the biggest stages around the world. Got into the space, fell in love with it, and I'm really, really excited to share my journey in the evolution of money with each and every one of you guys, and especially the Crypto for Life family. Now, also remember, nothing that we talk about should ever be considered or deemed financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. So that's just something good to keep in mind. Now, again, if you go over here to our page, you'll see just a bunch of different topics. None of it is financial advice, but if you want to know about this crazy space called cryptocurrency, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the amazing, it's all right here, guys. We do celebrity interviews. We do giveaways. We've done so many different things on this channel in the last 12 months. I'm just so excited to be on this journey with all of you. And let's get right into it. So again, guys, we're not going to really talk too much about the market right now. It's 1.44 trillion. Bitcoin, 37,688. Not a whole lot has changed. Ethereum sitting around just over 2,000, and XRP right around that 62-cent mark. Let's get right into what we came here to talk about. But before we do, let's say what's up to the family. Crypto Tropics in the house. What's up, Crypto Tropics? Shane Sullivan. I'm sure we'll have many others join us as we're going. If you're looking at this for the first time, please say hello, and we'll make sure that we say hello back. There's one of the very few channels that make sure that we interact and recognize our family throughout the stream. Ain't that right? You guys know. So, guys, let's get right into it. Let me start off on a good note. Happiness is contagious. And when you're positive, people are naturally, let me close up, are naturally drawn to you. That is the truth. When you're positive, people are naturally drawn towards you. Now, you can be positive and have a bunch of haters around you as well, so beware of that. What's that old? I think I talked about something earlier today where it says salt looks like sugar, so just be careful. You guys know what I mean by that. Late night stream. This is a late night, guys. I know it depends on where you're at. We deal with people around the world. Some people might be asleep. Some people might be at work, and some people might be getting ready for bed. So it just depends on where you're at. My time frame where I'm at right now, it's 6 p.m. I know we got people in different time zones, so. Basically the topic for today, guys, is all about control. That's what we're dealing with right now. And this was something I was I felt very obligated to talk about today because there's just a lot of things that I see that's going on. And I've got some news about crypto.com that I feel like I kind of let get by me. And I didn't know what was going on today. Actually, it started a few days ago. I started freaking out. I was like, what's going on? I can't deposit anything into my account. And I have various accounts. So for anybody trying to figure out what I use, it's a whole bunch of different things. Good Lord. But with my crypto.com account, I noticed that, it's 8 p.m. Where you at, Bullish Kenny G? 8 p.m. You're probably in, let's see, because I know you're not in New York. That'd be 3 hours ahead. So where you at, Bullish Kenny G? At 8 p.m. I know California would be the same time as myself here in Vegas. I know New York would be, Florida would be 3 hours ahead. So maybe like, I'm wondering where you at, brother. That's 8 p.m. Where you at? Back again. Bullish Kenny G was his earlier, blessing people, giving people free memberships. Still to this day, I don't know how Bullish Kenny G does that, but he is one of the biggest givers on this channel, period. So shouts out to Bullish Kenny G, Crypto Tropics, Shane Sullivan, Anthony Werner, all you guys that are here. It says, what wallet actually custodies our crypto? isn't the crypto always on the public blockchain? Only the keys are kept on the wallets. Louisiana. Okay, Louisiana. So let's get into what prompted this. And there's quite a few things, but one of the things I can tell you guys, we're going to be talking about several things. Number one is control. And there's some interesting things that I passed on this morning stream that I had actually on my X or my Twitter page, X, whatever you want to call it, that I wanted to go over. So I'm going to be kind of going over a bunch of different things. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, but I got a lot to talk about, so let's keep this thing going. So let's get right into it. This email never grows old. Shira Minton warns Hemin of a full-blown financial conflict. What happened here? We're going to talk about it. Who was Shira Minton? At the time, she was ethics counsel at the SEC's Office of Ethics. So she was there making sure everybody did things the right way, ethical, right? She's probably not there anymore because they ain't doing nothing ethically right now. Prior to her role at the SEC, she managed the ethics program and was the alternate designated agency of ethics official, ADAEO, at the Treasury Department. And before then, she was an assistant attorney general, general counsel, for ethics and ADAEO at the Federal Trade Commission. So she's all about ethics. If anybody knows ethics, it sounds like it's this lady here. Her role included advising and warning the SEC staff of ethical issues such as conflicts. I mean, like when Jay Clayton went in and they told him, what not to say and what not to do, and it could be conflicts of interest and not to, pursue his bogus suit against XRP, but he did it anyway. Okay, let's talk about that. Her role included advising and warning the SEC staff of ethical issues such as conflicts. Her experience would well equip her to recognize, especially after all this, good Lord, she was definitely experienced, recognize and warn the SEC staff of a financial conflict. You mean some pockets got padded? That's what she's saying? Maybe you should be talking about things knowing that you're invested in it. Maybe you got your brother, your twin brother, family members. I'm just saying, freedom of speech. I'm not, any accusations. I'm just saying, when you start connecting all the dots, I'm just saying, what is she warned about? Any staff so warned and acting in good faith would take the warning seriously and avoid the conflict. She specifically gave Bill Hemin a clear warning to no avail. You know what happens when they write $15 million checks, right? They do what they want to do. He ignored it. And with no consequences at all. No consequences at all. How does this happen? How does this happen? How are they above the law? But you get everybody else. I mean, if we don't report $600 on Cash App or Venmo, we get in trouble. Huh? These guys got millions. Okay, Stephen Arrow, maybe you can let some of those files of those those messages you got. I think it's about time for you and your lawyer to make some things clear here, huh? What's there? Clearly. Okay, let's see what happened here. The firms, but Bill, it occurs to us that you have a full financial conflict. What happened? The firms, but Bill, Hemin. It occurs to us that you have a full financial conflict with your old firm, not just impartially. Was it impartially one? Okay. Hence, you should not be having any meetings with your old firm, even what? This is in my way. I'm sorry. Group meetings. Wow. Okay. So he was warned. He was warned, and he did what he wanted to do because it benefited him. Insanity bill, but top echelons were part of the corruption, muting it, and no oversight. Notice, conspiracy theorists stopped when I came public. I have collaborating evidence. Please share it, Stephen. We're waiting for it. And was there. Oh, shoot, he was there. They will have to choose legitimacy of SEC or individual accountability. That day is coming. Good gosh. I hope, who did I have a conversation? I had a conversation with, and I know he's not going to make it right now, but I had a nice, good conversation with Mike Collins today. Mike Collins. I asked him to send me some information. Did he send me anything? Mike Collins? Let me see if he sent me anything. I wonder if he sent it on my, let me see. Mike Collins. I asked him. I think he did some stuff. And I don't know. Maybe I can, I told him to send me some of the points. We were talking about some pretty heavy stuff. Okay, this is stuff. Okay, hold on, what is this? Okay, these are different coins, different projects. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I have to look through some of the stuff that Mike sent me. I got to look through some of that stuff that Mike sent me. Shane Sullivan, the SEC doesn't want Coinbase to have any competition. Come on, man. I'm telling you, this is about to get bad. Oh, this is about to get bad. We're going to talk about this lower level. Bullish, Kenny G, Anthony Randall. We're going to talk about it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Where are we at here? Okay. Watcher Guru, weekly recap. Let's take a look at it. Argentina President Javier Milei confirms he will shut down the central bank. Whoa, okay, that's big. Netflix gave $11 million to a company to produce a movie, and they lost it all trading stock options. What? I didn't hear about that one. Damn. So they gave money to a company to produce a movie, and they tried to trade and make money with it? Oh my gosh, somebody about to get in trouble. Zhangpeng Zhao, that's CZ if you didn't know, resigns as Binance CEO. There's a whole lot going on there. We're going to talk about it. SEC Commissioner says there's no reason for us to stand in the way of a spot coin ETF, Hester Pierce. Binance CEO CZ faces up to 18 months in prison as part of his plea deal with the U.S. government. I didn't hear about that. I thought he got off. $4.3 billion, $50 million fine. I thought he got off. Okay, I didn't hear about that part. Binance allowed ISIS and Al-Qaeda, I don't like saying all this, and Hamas and all these guys to transact on this platform. The reason I don't like saying this is because those words can get you flagged on YouTube, so we need to be careful about that. U.S. government says, okay, so you guys can read that. Pro-Bitcoin candidate Javier Milei, if that's how you said, wins Argentina presidential election. $4.3 billion in user funds withdrawn from Binance following U.S. government indictment. Wow. That means everybody's getting their money off there like, hell no, we're going to go. OpenAI rehires Sam Altman as CEO. Okay. I know there's a lot of conflict around that. Binance, CZ, released from custody on a $175 million bond. They hitting this boy's pocket every which way. Good Lord, because what's 10% of that? Right? Because that's typically what it is, like a bond. It's 10% or something like that. So, good Lord, what is that, like 17.5 million? Good God. Gee. Woo! That boy's in trouble. Binance CEO pleads guilty to violating criminal anti-money laundering requirements. That's damn straight. Tether freezes $225 million in USDT linked to human trafficking group. Okay, this is all that's going on. This is kind of a good overview. Bitcoin gets through, but sees resistance at $38,000. SEC sues Kraken crypto exchange. Binance agrees to pay $4.3 billion to settle case with U.S. government, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more going on besides that. All right, guys. This is former SEC chair Jay Scandalous Huckster Fraudster Clayton streamed live on November 21st, 2023. Whether, this is his quote, whether it's a security or a commodity is overblown. Huh? It's overblown. Most of those decisions are pretty easy. Really? Really? That's what she put. I'm in disbelief, Stuart Alderete. Listen to what this idiot had to say for 2 minutes and 3 seconds.
I am very sympathetic to the entrepreneurs.
Jay Clayton, for myself, the XRP army, and all of crypto, kiss our ass. Kiss our ass. That's what you can do. That's from all of us. You're very sympathetic. Bullcrap. And on behalf of Ripple as well.
I wanted to reach out to the public to raise capital. And I'm very sympathetic to the retail investors who want those opportunities. A lot of what you saw in the ICO craze and what you see from crypto people is great frustration at that state of affairs. Sure. They're right to be frustrated.
Yeah, we're right to be frustrated with you, con man. Gary Gensler, con man. Elizabeth Warren, con woman. The SEC, scandalous, hucksters, fraudsters, tricksters. Of course we're frustrated. You get paid, your pockets get padded, you do things that, oh gosh, manipulating the market, so your pockets got fat. You guys allowed, was it Prometheum, Wang Chang, China, ETHgate. Good Lord, what do you apologize? You know what? It makes me sick. You guys want to check this out? I can only stand 23 minutes before I had to call him, tell him to kiss my hind pock. I can't even do it. If you guys want to check out the video, please do so. But I can't listen to him sit up there and smile, son of a gun. All right, remember, success can catch you off guard. When you find your moment, always be humble and kind. Amen to that. See, every now and then I got to put stuff in between to keep my my blood pressure down because, yeah, these guys got me pissed off. Now, I want to share something with you guys. This is something I didn't realize had happened, and a lot of times you share things that happen to other people. Well, guess what? This specifically happened to me. So this is actually my email. So it says the SEC has everyone spooked and running. Just had my crypto.com CRO account closed. Beware, they're going to try to control every possible way you have access to your crypto. Crypto.com won't protect you. Don't be surprised if they go after CRO next. I totally agree. Huh? F the SEC. That's what I put. They got everybody tripping. And so here it is right here. Here, James, a.k.a. Six8Jay. That's not what it says, but that's good enough for you guys to read. We recently performed a review of your account and found that it does not meet requirements. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I went on the internet because I'm like, dude, I don't do nothing wrong. I don't do anything shish. I don't do anything unethical. I went on and saw many people posting this. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Are they picking on me because I'm 6'8"? Let me check it out. No, it's things that I didn't realize that was going on, right? So as I looked here, June 9th, and my wife got online as well, I didn't even realize that they had this. So I don't know how this slipped past me. Or maybe I talked about it in June briefly because I use this platform, more often than not. I've got several others. But it says Singapore-based crypto exchange, Crypto.com, will no longer be offering its services. And now that I think about this, I think I did see this, but somehow it got past my radar. And maybe I didn't understand that they're going to be shutting people down, but they are. So it says Singapore-based crypto exchange, Crypto.com, will no longer be offering its services to institutional clients in the U.S. due to limited demand. So institutional. Now, I'm not an institutional client, right? Institutional clients, which is just kind of weird because I'm not an institutional client, so I have no idea how that plays to the average Joe. Yeah, crypto could easily drop 20 to 30. Okay, this is something different. It says, yeah, crypto could easily dip 20 to 30% from here, but with a Bitcoin spot ETF imminent, it doesn't really matter. This bull cycle will be epic. So I just put right here, crypto.com sucks. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it. And look, guys, I've always tried to protect, I've always tried to watch my tongue with crypto.com because I got scammed by crypto.com, allowing bad actors to sell NFTs. I spent like $12,000 on NFTs. I shared this even when I was co-hosting with CKJ. I remember CKJ, kind of, he tried to basically get on to me, which is a joke because, I'm a grown man and way more experienced than him and many others in life and a lot of things. And I got scammed and I went to him, and it's nothing against CKJ, but I went to him and I said, look, man, I got scammed. They just beat me out of $12,000. And it's a long story. I won't get too much into it, but I contacted one of the companies that was being represented for their NFT that was being sold on crypto.com, which I found out was only being offered on, I want to say ADA, Cardano's network. It was called Block Owls. And they were allowing these things to be sold on their platform. They were allowing all kinds of things to be sold on their platform. And I was buying them up because, I liked crypto.com. I liked the DeFi wallet. I liked the NFT platform. And it was really easy. Just kind of do everything through your wallet. And over time, I was purchasing all these things. And it wasn't until I was actually posting on Twitter. That's what it was called before X, on Twitter. And I was really, really excited about some of the things that I was buying. I was really aggressively buying NFTs at that time. And I spent just with Crow, I spent a whole lot more than that, but I spent just with Crow $12,000. Then I come to find out I was contacted by someone from on Twitter from Block Owls, and they were like, they were actually complimenting me. They said, man, you got an amazing collection of Block Owls. You got an incredible collection of Block Owls. And I said, thank you, right? Thank you. I appreciate that. And I said, yeah, man, I love the platform that I'm buying them off of, which is Crow. And it says we was busy listening to some songs. No problem, my brother. Welcome, that's for us. And so I said, yeah, I got them on crypto.com. And as soon as I said that, they said, wait a minute, it's not even being offered on crypto.com. I said, well, yes, they are. Actually, it wasn't Block Owls. It was somebody that was affiliated with Block Owls. And so I I said, no, this is exactly what he said. Man, I think you might be getting scammed. I was like, no, there's no way. It's offered on crypto.com. So I went through this whole thing. Make a long story short, they put me in touch with Block Owls, the company, and they confirmed that they are not selling anything like that on crypto. So they contacted crypto.com. I contacted crypto.com. Crypto.com told them they were going to take care of me. They told me they were going to take care of me. Basically, lo and behold, they basically told me to go screw myself. It's nothing they could do. That's literally what happened. I tried to sugarcoat it to protect people, but now after being, my account being shut down for whatever reason, and it can't be for that because I spoke my mind to them, but this is a long time ago. I spoke my mind to them. I thought it was bull crap, and as much money as I was, carrying with them and everything else, I just basically told them, I was pissed, and and so that ended, and I took it on the chin. I took that $12,000 hit on the chin. I remember CK going, "Oh, don't say that to the IBF family." This is back when I was co-hosting with them, because you'll upset a lot of people. And I'm like, bro, like if I'm family and we care about each other, and I care about, just like I care about everybody that's here. If someone does something to Nest Force, if someone does something to Anthony Wanner, if Shane Sullivan, lower level, Bullish Kenny G, if anyone does anything against my family, I'm gonna speak up. I don't care if I'm invested in it or not. It doesn't matter. But that's literally what happened. Is I was being chastised and not to tell the story. And it was when I told that story that I literally there's conflict that happened, which is why I'm not affiliated with that that person or that platform anymore. It kind of from there just kind of went downhill. But I held my tongue, and I was like, you know what? I talked about it here and there, and then I look up, and then this happened. So. It just sucks. So anyways, I just put, I'm done. I took it on the chin with the NFTs. I was like, whatever. I still invest in CRO, And look, I'm not telling you not to buy CRO, to buy CRO. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm done. I cashed out everything I had in CRO, done today. Cashed out everything. They probably don't care about my little, amount that I had, which was not a little. I'm being facetious. It was a lot. But it wasn't worth. I could put my money in 1,000 other things, but to sit up there and be at the point where I was at, which is literally about 1 million CRO, I'm done. I put my money somewhere else. It's not worth it to me. With no reason whatsoever. Then I start getting on the internet and start seeing this was happening with many other people. Now, I don't know everybody else's situation, but for me personally, they shut my account down. I have no idea, and they don't have to give you any reason. And it's fine. There's just one of many. Matter of fact, they're not even in the U.S. They're a Singapore exchange. There's been rumors that, and trust me, man, the SEC. Look, I don't care what you're doing. At the end of the day, you better have everything on point because you can get investigated like anybody else. So for them to say they're not catering to institutional services or whatever, I don't trust them. I'm done with them, and I'm beyond irritated with the whole situation. So I will not be a crypto.com friendly stream. So if you're a crypto.com person, God bless you. I'll do my best not to bring them up, but as far as all that, CRO, you didn't know, get CRO, screw crypto.com, straight up. And I'm done with them. And every chance I get, I'm gonna let people know that I'm done with them because it's just ridiculous. There was no reason for it. I wasn't doing anything other than using a stupid platform. But then I start reading online, like, if you make certain purchases, or if you make business purchases with your crypto.com card, they can shut you down. I'm like, what? Like, I bought a bunch of stuff for my home, but I'm like, it's just dumb, man. So anyways, I'm anti-crypto.com. Doesn't mean, I don't love anybody here that has it. It's just an asset. Somebody can say I hate Shiba and I still love you. It doesn't matter. But for me, crypto.com is crap. And so is their exchange for just all the headaches I've been dealing with. So anyways, I'm done. All right, I'm done. Let's move on. Be careful. That's all I got to say. So we're going to keep talking about this whole control thing, which, crypto.com was not part of that. This whole control thing with the SEC and things that I'm seeing that they're doing. And there's some interesting things that I'm going to share. So I'm going to kind of run through this because there's a lot of things that are probably down on my X that I looked up earlier today, and I was trying to skip past because earlier today the subject was AI, and I was skipping through a lot of things that I wanted to go through about this whole control narrative with the SEC and the U.S. government. Let me see the best. See what it say right here. Okay, I read that earlier. I thought this was kind of cool, and we're going to go in and out. Good stuff, stuff with the SEC. I'm just going to read a bunch of stuff. I like what Pando says. Roses are red. The SEC is corrupt. XRP is not a security, and Ripple's success is hard to interrupt. I like that. Roses are red. Violets are blue. The SEC is stupid. And I don't know, whatever. Let's see. At 2012, halving. Okay, what is this? Is this a video or is this talking about the halving here? Okay, let's talk about the halving. Talking about in 2012, the halving, most Bitcoin was $16. Good Lord. Can you imagine being around that time? 2016, it was at 256 to 1,024. 2020 was 4,000 to 16,000. 4,000 was because of that whole COVID thing. Good Lord, that thing took it all the way down. And 2024 will probably most likely be between 16 and 65,000 range. We'll see how that plays out. It said the next 4 years, BTC could possibly be, not giving any projections here, but it says could transfer in between the 65 and the 525,000. Good Lord, 24,000 range. That's a lot. My goodness, how much Bitcoin do you need to be successful? Rawls' easy guide to the business cycle and why it matters. So if you guys get a chance, make sure you check this out. I know there's a thread there. Brian Brooks. If you guys remember Brian Brooks, he was part of the Ripple team. Managing partner of Valor Capital Group is not. It's not that Ripple XRP is trying to replace the dollar. It's trying to replace a system of transmitting value. So for me, the price is not that relevant anymore than Google's volatility. I like how you said this, guys. Make sure you guys check this out. This is amazing. Brian Brooks.
So the point that I always try and tell people is, the biggest issue that I always try and focus on is cryptocurrencies are really not about currency. And the biggest misunderstanding of this whole discussion is the belief that if crypto is not doing a great job of replacing the US dollar, then crypto is failing in its mission. And what I think we'll talk about a little bit today is the idea that most of crypto is about replacing the centralized banking system with networks that allow user control versus bank CEO control. The crypto assets that have prices are more like internet stocks. It's more like you bet on Google if you think there's going to be high internet traffic, and you short Google if you think people are going to go back to the post office, right? But it's not that Ethereum or Ripple or anything else is trying to replace the US dollar. It's trying to replace a system of transmitting value. And we'll talk a lot more about that. So for me, the prices are not that relevant any more than Google's volatility is. And in the early days of Google, that was super volatile.
Woo! Brian Brooks, spitting bars, spitting game. I love it. Let me get, oh goodness. Yeah, I won't bring that up right now. I had an article I was going to break. I was reading because I got a little irritated with the whole crypto.com thing. And so I started looking up. One of the members is either the CEO or COO. One of those guys was part of a big scandal. I was trying to figure out, why did they close my thing? So I started Googling everything. I was like, you know what? I'm good. There's other places I can put my money. But I started looking at people on their corporate end and scandals and things that went through. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I just need to take my money off. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not going to be bitter. But they can kiss my ass. All right, let's keep it going. Success is not reserved for the talented. It's reserved for the discipline. And you know what? 25 years in business, that's a great quote. 19 central banks report the purchase of XRP in total. Good Lord. 9.4 billion. That's a whole lot of money. I'm just saying. They have never passed an audit. Who's this? Who's never passed an audit? Oh, okay. U.S. Department of Defense. Okay. They've never passed an audit. Last year, over 60% of the budget was missing or unaccounted for. Good Lord, hundreds of billions spent secretly or lost in waste. This is crazy, guys. It's absolutely insanity. So this is talking about the U.S. Department of Defense Department failed its audit for the 6th consecutive year. I guess they don't need to tell you where money's going, right? The Defense Department spent $187 million on the audit, a small slice of the $853 billion budget. They failed it 6 times, huh? That's crazy. But boy, let you misplace $600 and they ready to take your butt to jail. Good Lord. Huh? Yeah, exactly, babe. Yeah, it's I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Even my wife was like, what should I do? I was like, you know what? I'm done. It says, tell us how you feel. You really feel, Jay. Well, listen, lower level. Here's the thing, man. This is not, my family comes before all things, right? And that's just what it is. I don't care if it's my wife, my children, my Crypto for Life family, whatever. I remember back when I was co-hosting, like I said, over with CKJ, and I lost all that money, that $12,000, and it wasn't lost. I got conned. I got conned on their platform because it had stars. It had confirmation stars with the assets that I bought. So hey, if you're confirmed sell, I bought it. So when I went through all that stuff and I submitted, my very, humble request to be reimbursed, they basically told me there's nothing they could do for me. So that's the first thing that pissed me off. But then to go and look at my account shut down for what? Then I start reading with your crypto.com card. I guess you could use it for certain things, but you can't use it for this. You can't use it for anything that makes you look like maybe an institution, which is just weird because you should be able to use it for whatever. So there's nothing, and I'm telling you right now, there's nothing malicious. The only thing that I'm probably guilty of when it comes to crypto.com is probably having more money than the average Joe on there. But when it comes to what I did, I mean, I bought things for this and I bought things for the house and I bought, like if I bought something, I use it like a debit card. But other than that, nothing. And so for whatever reason, I don't know if they can flag you. And I was reading on the internet where they're saying they could flag you if they think you're using it for institutional stuff. Like, if you buy, I don't know, if I go to Costco and buy a whole bunch of stuff, I have no idea. I'm like just dumbfounded by the whole thing. So I'm just a little bit irritated with it. And it'd be different if that's all it was. But then for me to get beat out of 12,000 just some months ago, and then for them to shut it down, I'm just like, I'm cool. I'm done. My dev is a genius, in my opinion. He told me that crypto audits don't really matter because the smart contract can be edited at any time. So a coin could get audited and change the contract 2 hours later. Damn, caution. Whoa. Well, yeah, no, so crazy when you're talking about that. When you're talking about, this is why I looked at a lot of my, and I don't know if that's the same thing when you're talking about some of these crypto projects, how they can change certain things on their coins, because I know like when I was going to pull my coins off of certain exchanges, they were like, oh, we can tax you like X amount of percentage. I'm like, wait a minute. And if I would have taken my coins off, I'd have lost like 75% of the value. I'm like, that wasn't what it was before, but they have the ability to change things. So I don't know if that's the same thing you're talking about or not. But yeah, some of these projects, man, you got to be careful. That's for damn sure. Quote of the day: your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. That's from Oprah Winfrey. Okay. No one can impact you with negative thoughts if you're not on a negative frequency. I agree with that as well. Now, here's some positive news because I was talking about this as well. Now, we're going to get into some of this stuff as far as control with the SEC. There's some videos and some other things I want you guys to check out. They can change the code anytime. Choose your holdings wisely. You damn straight in this for us. I mean, yeah, and it used to piss me off even with certain projects because you'll be on like a certain like a L2, they'll change it to L1, or L3, they'll change it to L2, they'll change it to L3, or something like that, like a V2, V1 to V2, and you'd be like, and so like there's coins I've held forever, I just never touch them, right? You just hold them forever, and all of a sudden, and I give you a prime example, something that's very common like Gala. Oh, we did an upgrade. I'm like I'm supposed to go around every time you had to do an upgrade and upgrade to they should automatically upgrade your stuff if it's connected to a certain wallet. And then they're like, well, we stopped supporting, and I'm like, hold on, man, I got like $10,000 in that coin. You stop supporting the. I mean, it's just you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. What's up, Big Watch Dude? Anthony Wanna, Beekeeper 69's in the house. Yeah, I was talking, Andrew T. I was talking about crypto.com and just, I'm gonna leave it alone for right now. Let's move on. I got a lot to talk about. We'll talk about it over time, but not right now. Not everything right now. I said enough. All right, let's see what my man Lark Davis says. And I do agree with him. I was bringing this up was it yesterday? I was talking about the fact that this could be, remember when we were talking about the biggest bull run ever? And there might not be another explosion quite like this because of how much is literally getting ready to explode. At the same time, you got ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs. You could possibly have XRP ETFs, settlements, IPO. It's just so much going on, guys. Regulatory clarity, Binance, all the stuff that's going on, just kind of cleaning all the corruption out of crypto. And so this could send us into, and then the halving and all these things is going on. So let's see what Lark Davis has to say about that.
This could be the last truly great, crazy cycle for crypto, the last opportunity for real generational wealth in the cryptocurrency industry. And you probably have about 18 months to actualize that reality for yourself. People have gone from basically zero to multimillionaires in the first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, and they're going to do it again in this cycle. But this could be the last really, really big one.
You hear what he said? And there's some other stuff that I want to uncover as well. There's been some, we'll get to it. I don't want to jump ahead of myself. Our world, I'm going to just keep reading down until I get to certain points and then I'll elaborate. Our world is on the cusp of transitioning to a new financial system. This is not a secret. The writing has been put on the wall for some time, a thread on what the next version of our old world looks like, the new Earth. And so there's a thread here if you want to continue on with that. Definitely do that. Everything will be tokenized. It'll all transact in the cloud at speeds unimaginable today for virtually free. Value will move at the speed of light globally, 24/7. Whoa, that's crazy. Right here is tagged into Ripple, and Ripple Payments ODL was always just a starting cover point. Ooh, was this a... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see what he has to say. Is this a video here? No, I thought it was a video. Okay. I want you guys to make sure I share anything that has... audio to it. Okay, this right here. So I don't want to jump too far ahead of myself because I think I actually shared this as well. We'll get to it. I did share this earlier. It's Tesla. This is hecka funny. This guy made a Tesla out of wood. That's so cool. That's so cool. Did that with his son. Okay, possible inverse head and shoulders. We'll see how that plays out. What is this right here? It says a flood of ETFs, a flood of $1 billion in the next, a flood of $1 billion in the next 2 to 5 years. Let's see what he's talking. How long is this? 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's see what he's got to talk about on this.
The long run.
Let's see here.
It's hard to say. I would not at all be surprised if we see hundreds of millions of dollars on day one. A billion or more wouldn't shock me. But I think long term, I think we'll see $150 billion in the long run in these ETFs.
In the long run. 10 years, 5 years, like what's the long run?
I'd say 2 to 5 years.
Oh, wow. I think that's the highest estimate I've seen.
Let me tell you how I get to that number so you can help me decide how crazy I am. If you look at RIAs in this country, there are 37,000 RIA firms with about 300,000 advisors, managing collectively about $8 trillion in assets for clients. If 3/4 of those advisors are telling us that they are going to buy this ETF and that their allocation is going to be, call it 2%, 8 trillion times 75% times 2%,
wow,
get you $150 billion.
Jeez.
Oh.
Jeez.
Okay.
She was like, oh, okay. That dude did some quick math for you. So, okay, I see what you're talking about. Good Lord. I'm telling you, they are coming. Not one or twos, but a flood of ETFs. We're going to see how that pans out, guys. That could send the market into a straight uproar. Just in, let me open this up. CFTC says case against CZ Binance is just the beginning of aggressive pursuit, and that there are no borders when it comes to prosecuting non-U.S. entities. Now, this is what you got to remember, non-U.S. entities. Now, and this is kind of when I was talking about like with crypto.com, and anyway, that's crypto.com is in Singapore. It's not American based. When you do look at American based like Coinbase, Ripple, it doesn't matter. They're going after everybody. I'm telling you, no stone in my opinion is gonna get unturned. They're going after everybody, and I just think this is a total. I think the narrative here, in my opinion, is they're going to squeeze everybody out to the point, like even with CZ, they got full control of everything. They get to see everything for the next 3 years. They get to monitor everything they do. He can't have anything to do with that. It's bigger than that 4.3 billion. That's a big settlement. But man, they've got not only do they have their hands into everything that Binance does, but they're also making them disclose everything that they did up to this point. They'll see transactions coming back and forth to the U.S., all the things that you thought were private, all the things that you thought wouldn't be traced, all those things. They're at the point where they've got to basically reveal everything. And I just think they're going to continue to do that with different exchanges. I think they're going to continue to do that to control the narrative, to control the market, and to control how you have access. The American people have access to, and I mean, if you're in a different country, obviously I don't know what their reach will be there, but I just think for people here in the United States, they're trying to make it where you have a very selective, a few places you can get crypto, you can onboard, export, you can store it, what wallets, what this. I think, look, in my personal opinion, I think it's just the beginning. I think they go after exchanges. I think they're going to go after hot hot wallets. They'll probably start subpoenaing cold wallets. I think this is going to get crazy. And I'm just going to keep on reading. I don't want to get into too many little, possibilities, but I just think it's going to get crazy. XRP ETF 68 is going to dance in the streets in his underpants. Yeah, I think that's true. I think you're right, Ness Force. The money laundering charges are merely the tip of the iceberg. There is a lot more they're going to discover, and now that they have access to all of Binance records, I'm telling you guys, this is about to get crazy. If you think this is over, you out of your mind. I think this is the beginning of something even bigger. Binance just became the biggest rat in history. Now, this is just an opinion. I'm just reading what I found here. CZ sold y'all out. Cheers. Oh, good Lord. And then it shows the part of what happened with Binance. It says, defendant Binance will cooperate fully with the government in any and all matters relating to the conduct described in the plea agreement and the statement of facts, and any individual or entity referred to therein, as well as any other conduct under investigation by the government at any time during the term of the plea agreement. Guys, I'm telling you, they're coming. You see all this stuff coming up with taxes now. If you think about what crypto was created for, privacy and this and that, and everybody thought they were untouchable and I could do this and I can do that. Look, when they first started Operation Choke Point 2.0, what did they say towards it? Was the end of last year, beginning of this year? If they catch you using a VPN, if you're doing anything like that with a VPN, 20 years in prison, $250,000 fine. They're shutting down every stinking door. They're closing the gap. They're closing everything in to the point where you'll have an ABC. I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to get to like maybe you have ABCD, and everything else that you think is going on, and every other platform that you try to deal with or whatever. Yeah, they're closing those damn doors. That's just my opinion. I'm telling you, it's about to get crazy, in my opinion. Let's keep it going. Ripple XRP fam, the White House report from 1/27/23. Let's take a listen. How long is this? 4 minutes? We ain't got no damn 4 minutes. But we're going to listen to part of it. 45 minutes, damn it. Okay, we got to hurry up.
The administration's roadmap to mitigate cryptocurrencies risks. Published by the White House. 2022 was a tough year for cryptocurrencies. In May, a so-called stablecoin imploded, prompting a wave of insolvencies. Just months later, a major cryptocurrency exchange collapsed. Many everyday investors who trusted cryptocurrency companies, including young people and people of color, suffered serious losses. But, thankfully, turmoil in the cryptocurrency markets has had little negative impact on the broader financial system to date.
You know what? You guys can listen to this 4 minutes. Was it 4 minutes, 49 seconds? I ain't got time to play it. Make sure you go to the thread. Good information. Listen to it. Big Watch Dude, you're damn straight. Tether, guys, better be watching your back. I think this is just the beginning, and this is why I'm saying that I think this thing can play out. Even with the Bitcoin ETFs, I don't know how long this is going to go. And even BlackRock, Larry Fink over at BlackRock said, just because we get an ETF approval, does not mean it's going to moon the way everybody thinks. I just think at the same time that everything should be bullish, the SEC and the government, Elizabeth Warren, and all the cronies and everybody else that's dealing with Binance right now, look, we need to be protected. I don't think this is fully about protection. I think it's part protection. I think it's a lot of control. Right? What was that? Who was that? Was that in Friday? He said, control. You right? Yeah, Janet Jackson song he quoted. But I think this is all about control. I think you start cutting the different ways. Obviously, no one trying to use Binance again. They shut that door off. You see companies like KuCoin run. You see companies like BitTrue run. You see companies like Bittrex run. You see all going out of business. I mean, dude, so many companies either ran, CEOs resigned, or they're out of business, or they're going to be facing something like CZ. And if you think anybody's safe just because you got your name on an arena like Crypto.com, well, you know what? FTX had their damn name on an arena too, right? They had their, and that was a company that's, I'm just telling you, and it's not just hating on, I'm pissed off at Crypto.com right now, but I don't think anybody's untouchable. I don't think anybody, or even some of these wallets, I'm telling you, I think they're going to go after wallets next. And just watch what I'm telling you. And I think there's some things that I shared about that. They're going to go after wallets next. I'm just saying. You saw that little slip up with Ledger. You saw where Ledger came out and says, look, if we're subpoenaed, we'll give it whatever they're asking for. And if they require, which is going to be coming up, KYC on everything. I'm just saying, watch out. Ripple, let's see, ODL, Ripple payments, Ripple and Ripple payments, ODL was just a starting cover point. The target market is the quadrillion derivatives market. Now, this is big, guys. I want you guys to listen to this. This is big. This is 53 seconds. It's going to be huge. If you really want to make money in blockchain, then you should be looking at derivatives. Let's listen to this.
If you're interested in blockchain and you want to make money, forget about sending money back to your uncle in France. This is where you should be thinking. This is the size of the entire economy of the world right here, GDP. This is the notional principle of all derivatives. Okay? These are all forwards, futures, and options. And these are all derivatives except interest rate swaps. This right here, interest rate swaps. Biggest universe that most of you have never heard of. Millions of lawyers, millions of traders, millions of accounts. All that can be put on the blockchain. Okay? And all this clearing system and settlement system, which we took, Dodd-Frank is like this thick. This much of it has to do with clearing and settling of swaps. Okay? It's a nightmare. It's a mess. And we can take this whole system and simplify it with distributed ledgers.
Wow.
Okay, I won't talk.
Woo, and simplify it with distributed ledgers. Yeah, no, I agree, Anthony Wanner. Bitrue was one of my go-to as well. And I'm not saying, look, there's a lot of exchanges you can still use. Maybe they're not KYCing you now. Maybe, certain people out there, I'm not doing it using VPNs. I'm not trying to go to jail for 20 years. I'm saying be careful. Be careful, because you think it just ends with Binance. Binance is the giant. And if they can take down the giant, you got to ask yourself, how many other exchanges? Bro, that's just the beginning. And if you don't see it, if you don't believe it, then you might need to do some more damn research, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know how many exchanges are really on point. I would probably say Coinbase, because they've had to do everything a certain way because of being here in the United States. I think they dotted all their I's and crossed all their T's. But anything else, I mean, just look at two of the biggest ones that were around. FTX, look what he did. And yeah, it's back up now, I guess, or whatever Gary Gensler's little plot is. And CZ's Binance is still going to be ran under a fine, over under a lot of eyeballs and scrutiny and everything else being watched for 3 years. But I'm just telling you guys, if you think it's going to end with that, I'm not saying these exchanges, but they're going to either be compliant or they're going to be put out of business, or they're going to get some. Or even if they try to do things right, they might get mad. You don't think CZ was trying to do everything right? I bet CZ told her, hey guys, we need to comply. I'm scared as hell. Look what they did to Sam Bankman-Fried. And even then, I bet there's a bunch of investigations already started. We just don't know about it. I bet you there's a bunch of them already started. And we're going to see. I'm just saying, be careful. And I'm not going to tell you guys what to do, because everyone has to figure out, Uphold feels pretty legit. No, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying, is some legit ones out there. There are ones out there right now that are doing things the way they're supposed to do. Right? I'm talking about all the players that made all this money that were around. Like Uphold is in my opinion, they're like Crypto.com. They probably did everything legit, everything on point. If you're here in the United States, trust me, you're doing everything on point, because you're seeing what's going on, you understand it. And I think there's a lot of companies that want to be compliant and want to have regulatory clarity. I just think there's some of the big players that were around before there was the SEC involved in everything, your Binance, your FTX, and whoever else. Trust me when I tell you, I think. And maybe they feel like they're untouchable because they're in Singapore, or they're in here, or they're South Korea, wherever they're at. And that's always been one of the things that's always worried me about wallets, right? Because you got a lot of cold wallets, right? That are some. And I'm not going to name any particular cold wallet, but you got a lot of these cold wallets that are not, Ledger, right? Is what US based, right? But what about some of these other wallets that are in Korea or in Singapore and this or in that? What stops the US from seizing our access? There's even something that I heard, I think I was reading today, that was talking about them going to like Apple and basically getting things where Apple won't support certain wallets, right? Or Android phone won't support certain wallets. So let's say you got Coinbase Call Wallet, and all of a sudden they tell Apple not to support it, or what is it called? Android not to support it. Then what do you do? What happens when they say, okay, no U.S. access? Then what do you do? I'm just telling you, this is getting tricky. So in my opinion, get your assets off of anything dealing with an app and onto something that's dealing with a cold wallet. And then even then, because I remember having this conversation with Crypto Tales, then I'm like, okay, well, how do I know that that company who invented that wallet, that said wallet, how do I know they won't screw me? How do I know when they get a summons from the U.S.? They're like, okay, no support of the U.S. I'm just saying this thing can get really crazy. So look, guys, I'm not trying to send panic. I'm just saying you almost like there's a certain thing where you could be reactive or proactive. And right now I'm trying to be super proactive because all the things that I'm seeing are just a lot of it has me concerned, and I'm trying to move accordingly. That's all I'm saying. I agree with you, Nesforth. There's a damn good chance this year will be crazy. Election year, very polarized politics. Right now could be major chaos. That's what I'm saying, man. Like there's a lot of bullish narratives, right? But this could also be very tricky. And it's not because, I don't think it's going to be because of, the halving's not coming, or I think the halving's coming, ETFs are coming, a settlement Ripple's coming. All these things are coming. The thing that we have to watch out for is the people that's supposed to be watching our back, and they're going to utilize the fact that we want to do what's right for the people. No, they want to do what's right for them. This is what I'm saying. It's such a corrupted system. I'm trying to watch my tongue. It's such a corrupted system. It's corrupted as hell. It's about the matrix. It's about enslaving people because they can do whatever they want to do. They can short the market. They can steal money. All these big institutions that are trying to get ETFs now, look, we're all excited about them getting it because, we don't care what they've been doing, right? BlackRock gets an ETF and Fidelity gets an ETF. But when you start looking at what these guys have been doing against the people, trading, shorting against people, committing major crimes, and then they'll steal hundreds of billions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars, and shorting the market, but then they'll get a $3-point-something million fine. We've talked about this, guys. Or Jay Clayton. I mean, is he ever going to get in any trouble? Is Gary Gensler or Elizabeth or any of these people that have had their hands in pocket, they're still trying to investigate Gary Gensler's connection with Sam Bankman-Fried. But you know what? You know what they'll do? They'll keep bringing so much crap up and so many issues and so many Binance issues. And it'll be Binance one minute, it'll be FTX one minute, it might be crypto.com the next, it might be this exchange, that. And they'll keep so much going that our heads are spinning that we'll lose sight of any type of justice with Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton, Prometheum, Wang Chang, China, any conflicts of interest, and that's what they do. Anytime, what I've seen in this last year is anytime something good happens, him and emails coming out, wait a minute, we're going to sue a bunch of crypto coins and everything, projects. Judge Annalisa Torres rules for Ripple on July 13th. Wait a minute, it's only half victory. And then they got people like Charles Gasparino. Oh, it's not really a victory. And then all of a sudden, there's an appeal. Wait a minute, we're going to follow this and that, and we're going to go. It's just every time something good happens, they fire back with something to just cause a lot of FUD and fear in the markets. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do, because it's not about helping the people. It's about control. It's about manipulation. It's about padding their pockets. It's about making sure them and their family create Rockefeller money. It's about keeping us in the position we're at and controlling the narrative so they get every part of anything we get. If you got lucky enough to make money, we're gonna tax you. We're gonna tax your ass till it hurts. Trust me, I'm telling you, man. This is all. That's what it's all about. That's what this is all about. If you don't get that, Anthony Wanner. I mean, did you Google it, Anthony Wanner? I mean, did you look up where Descendants from? I mean, I'm not. Just look at some of these wallets, man. Like me and Crypto Tales was talking about this other day because it's so funny. I got so many different wallets. I bought. Here's the funny thing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Bullish Big D, and I'm always straight up with my family. Always went away. I ordered so many wallets. Ledger, Decent, EliPal. I can name like 6 wallets that I got. And you know what? I've been petrified to put my money on a lot of them. You want to know why? Because they're not. When you start looking at them, it's like, when you start researching, and again, I'm not down talking any wallet, but every time I get a wallet and I think something's good, I'll start doing it. And I probably should research the hell out of them first, but you guys, this is a good wallet. That's a good wallet. And I'll say, okay, let me try it out. And then when you look at it, it's like, okay, well, when you upgrade this, you're going to be upgraded, and then they got to download software to your wallet. This could happen, that can, and just, and I'm just like, God dang, like what the hell's going on? Like every wallet's got something. Like I can't just put my assets on one and let it just sit there. Oh no, if you don't do, you might have to upgrade to 1.211. You have to upgrade it to 1.213. I'm like, what the, like you want me to connect my junk to the internet and then have, so it's all, well, we got this and we got that wallet. Well, no, but it's a what is it called? They got, and like Decent is a fingerprint thing, and then AliPal has the what is it called? They all got something, some kind of unique thing. But at the end of the day, where is the company located at? If there's an issue, if there's any kind of issue, who do you go to? I mean, what we typically do if somebody wrong is we go to who? The government, right? So they know that. So they're saying, hey, we're going to protect the people. We need to know everything that's going on. If you're offering your wallet in our country, and now what they do is, hey, let me audit everywhere you ship those damn wallets in the U.S. We want to know what's going on. And then here come, because look, if they could touch CZ, who can they not touch? That's my question. And then part of this whole thing as they're working around the world with country, because look, what country's not going to comply? They're going to call them and say, hey, man, yeah, that's what I mean, air gap. Yeah, air gap. Got one of those too. Right? But then when you start Googling stuff, you're like, wait a minute, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to upgrade. I mean, it's like, damn, what, and me and Crypto Tales had the same, I said Crypto Tales. There's another person I asked as well. I think it was it Bags? I said, just name one wallet that you feel is one. Yeah, I get it. I get it, the biometric. No, I get it, bro. I get it. Right? But then there's also the whole thing about having to connect it and possibly do software upgrades and things like that. Regardless, I'm not down talking no wallet. What I'm saying is this, because I'm family. I'm big bro. Or maybe to somebody that might be liberal if you're older than me. But we're just having a conversation. We're family, and in family, you're supposed to be able to talk about everything, right? If I got a bump on my neck and I don't know what it is, hey, Big Billy BD, I got something wrong with me. That's family. Family talk. Family, when you love your family, you share whatever. So I got, when I have these concerns, it's something I'm trying to figure out my damn self. So my thing is, if I got a problem with a wallet, and I know it's, you can do it. If you lose it, you can get it out. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about if things happen like with Binance and they contact this company and they say, hey, man, we want everybody to KYC. We want you to disclose everything. Well, you know what? So then what makes you might as well put it right here on the ledger and let it be audited from the U.S. with a U.S.-based company, right? I mean, that's kind of what I started concluding. Like, if I'm going to do something, AliPal's Hong Kong, what does that mean? What does that mean? Anthony, well, I'm just saying, like, what does that mean? AliPal is Hong Kong, so we protected? Descent is, where do you say Descent was? Korea? There's some that are in Singapore. I mean, are we protected? I'm just saying, right? So this is not fun. This is just like, you got to be mindful of these things, guys, right? Because when they start subpoenaing, hey, we want this, we want KYC, we want to know this, we want to know that, then, hey, we might as well just have it on the ledger and, because at least it's here in the U.S. I mean, good Lord, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you just got to be, and this is not advice. It's not where to store your assets advice or financial. It's none of those things. We're just talking. We're family. It's Saturday night. We could be all watching a movie. We're just out here talking. I'm not saying I know anything. I'm just saying I got a whole lot of those wallets, and I keep a whole lot of I keep a little bit on certain things because I'm very fearful of putting safe in China and Korea. Okay. All right, Anthony. Well, I'm with you, brother. That's what you, you laughing. Yeah, safe in China. Hey, man, I'm just, Crow done messed up. Yeah, Crow, I mean, man, look, man, whatever I'm going to give you an example. It's kind of like, what's that banking institution? The big one. JP Morgan. I remember when I had my cell phone watch company, right? My cell phone watch company. And we were doing business. We were ordering watches from China. We were doing all these different things. We were flying back to China, trying to come up with our watch with the whole, remember I told you guys the whole iWatch trademark thing. And we had investors. They had investors here. We had investors in other places. And it's like, I look up one day, I'm running this business world, excited. We got a Hall of Fame football player. I've got a doctor. I've got all these people, right, doing things the right way. And I get a letter from JP Morgan. We're shutting you down. I'm like, what? They don't even got to have a reason. You could trigger something like you ordered a bunch of watches and paid for them from China, 50 grand, and boom, you shut. I mean, look what happened to Kanye West. There's so many stories of people just getting shut down. I remember, was it Nicki Minaj got mad at somebody? Who was it? Some bank, right? It was some bank. I can't remember the story, but it's like you got all these different things that could just happen for random reasons. It's like, what? So even when I looked at the whole crypto.com thing, I'm like, I'm shut down for, my account is shut down for what? Oh, we don't have to give any reasons to, and we just have to monitor your account. I'm just like, what the hell? But, again, it's almost like you want me, it's kind of like, it's like banking institutions, man. Like you put in, let's say you put in 100,000, but when I want to go out and get 10,000, you want to treat me like a criminal. I go get 10,000, you want to treat me like a goddamn criminal. Excuse my language. You know, no meaning to use God's name in vain, but it just pisses me off. You want to treat me like a criminal. I put 100,000 in the bank, and I want to go. So I need $10,000. I got it. Like there's a story. A guy said he wanted $20,000. They made him wait 5 weeks, 5 weeks to get his money. You didn't make me wait to put it in, and then if I take $10,000, I got to go do this and write up this. I already paid taxes on it. What are you doing? It's a sham. And then then if I want to use my money, you swiped your card. We've locked your card. Wait a minute. I mean, just like I said, it's all, man. Look, Ledger is in Paris, France. Yeah, got my phone plugged in. Shane Sullivan, much love, Shane Sullivan. Yeah, 3 letters VPN. But look, Frankie, they're not messing with that. You see what the SEC said about VPN, brother, right? 20 years in prison, up to a $250,000 fine if they catch you using a VPN. I don't know if I don't know if that law went into effect, but this is one of the things they threw out there. Remember that, guys? Like what, 6 months ago? They were talking about 6 to 8 months ago, maybe earlier this year, maybe the beginning of this year, end of last year or something like that. They were talking about if they catch people using oh, these fools are crazy. Okay, let's keep it going. We're already in over an hour. Again, do not be fooled into thinking you will make it in the next bull run if you're just sitting there sitting there and long a couple of altcoins. It takes a lot more than that. Picking the right, this is what I love, guys. You know what I love about stuff like this, like Crypto Tony. I think I might be following him, right? Am I following him? Oh no, I'm not following him. But there's no affiliation with me and Crypto Tony. There's a lot of people. Oh shoot, how do I do that? That I'm not sitting there. There's no, the point I'm trying to make, I love when I look up and I see people quoting the same thing I'm quoting, several people. It just makes me realize, first of all, I'm not saying things outside of my neck. I'm saying things based off of education, doing my own research, my own due diligence, being a student of the game, all those good things, right? But look at what Crypto Tony says here, right? These are same. Isn't this kind of like the same thing I'd be talking about with my, right here on the show when I did this one here? It's some of the same similarities, right? Where's that? Right here. 5 tips for success in cryptocurrency. What we talk about these things, right? Look what he said. He says, picking the right alts, right? Which could be, picking the right alts. Emotional control. Isn't that like number 3 for us, right? Control your emotions. No FOMO, right? And so I would say picking the right alts, is that maybe like do your own research, right? DYOR, which is number 2 for us. Number 3 is emotional control. No FOMO. No FOMO. I don't know where that would fall into our deal right there. Careful planning. Isn't that like strategic planning? Same thing. So, I mean, a lot of people saying the same damn thing. Be careful. Please don't tell me I went back too far again. Wait a minute. Did I? Oh, my God. This is ridiculous. Okay. Sorry, guys. We're going to get through this. Or I'm already in over an hour, and I had a lot to talk about. I think I got a little hung up with that whole crypto.com thing because they pissed me off, but that's okay. There's other ways. There's other ways. I'm not going to worry about it. It is what it is. I think for me, I think a lot of my irritation that comes from crypto.com is because I got screwed on all that money and I swept under. I said, you know what? It's all good. I'm not going to FUD CRO. I still got a budget. At the time I had like a $500,000 CRO. I was working on trying to get myself to $1 million and do all this stuff. This is like when I first got jacked out of that money, and just the way they treated, they lied to the block owls and said they were going to take care of me, because they told them when block owls said, hey, this guy's buying block owls that donate, you guys are first of all, they said you're offering our NFTs on your exchange, you need to stop. So they gave crypto.com a warning, and then they said, by the way, you got this guy who thought he spent all this money, $12,000 on our owls, and so you guys sold a bunch of fraudulent owls, but he could have bought real ones. They were like, oh, we're going to take care of him. He showed me the damn email from them, and they did just awesome. Basically told me to go screw myself. When did you get the CRO letter? This article was from June. I got the CRO letter. I put it on here. Let's see, right here. Did I share the date? Let me see. I don't want to keep going back. Let me see if I shared the date. Hold on. It's right here. Where's that? Right here. Let me see. Did I put the date down here? Okay, so this was basically, let's see here. This is a letter that I got for whatever apparent reason, and I got that. Who asked that question? When did you Bullish Big D? Let me look at that right now. I got the letter. Let me see. Crypto. Let me put on a second. Let me go to crypto.com. my emails. I got the letter Bullish Big D on yesterday. I got this yesterday. But the thing is, I got this yesterday, but the crazy thing about it is that something was going on with my crypto.com the other day when it's funny because when that Binance thing went down, remember I told you guys when I said I almost, I freaked out over a certain amount of money, like it was a crazy amount of money. So, I was freaking out over a certain amount of money, and CRO wasn't allowing me to make deposits. I'm like, what the freak is going on? And what I was trying to do is get my money off of Trust because I was worried about when all that news came out with CZ. I was like, oh, wait a minute, CZ, he's this and he's done. And before they kind of got to the end of it, all I heard was he's guilty. And so I was like, well, I don't know if I even want any of my assets or anything on Trust Wallet or whatever. So I was trying to move some things around, and crypto.com was always one of my go-to platforms, and it wasn't letting me deposit. I'm like, what the hell? I can't deposit. And then Trust Wallet was having a problem with the it was required, it was mandating almost a what's it called, a memo tag. So how when you let's say you're doing something like XRP and you need a memo tag, and so they were like demanding a memo tag. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So going to crypto.com, it was like you can't make deposits. I'm like, what? Like, that's kind of weird. And so that's what kind of threw me off, which is why I had to go a different route. And then so that's how I kind of knew something was going on with crypto. So I just like, oh, maybe they're having kind of maintenance issues, whatever. So I didn't think about it. Then today, I don't even, I get so many spam emails that I don't look at all my emails. Honestly, it's so hard, man, when you got a bunch of emails coming through all the time. And so I told my wife, we were coming back from shopping, getting ready for this deal on for New Year's, and we're coming back from shopping. I said, babe, let me see. I said, open up your crypto.com app. Let me see if you have a problem with your deposits. And she did not. And that's when I was like, what the hell? So I was oblivious to anything being wrong, honestly. And so I went in and I looked again, and mine was blocked. I said, what the freak is going on? So I went and I said, let me search my emails, and that's when I found the email that was yesterday. So it was just weird. I have no idea. Bullish Big D. That's some bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's yeah. And then what I did is I got online and I start reading why other people get, I'm trying to figure out reasons for being shut down, and it's like they don't give any reasons. I've seen there's a whole forum of people complaining. And if it wasn't for that, I'd have thought maybe I was getting picked on, okay, because it's not, I don't do anything unethical. So it's okay, what am I shut down for? I mean, I buy, I'll put money on that. I'll buy plane tickets or buy this or buy furniture, because, I kept pretty good amounts on there. I might transfer, 20 grand to my debit card to use it. So I don't know if it's the big amounts, I'm too big of a, spend. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to boast myself. I'm just saying, I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, I got that letter, and I'm just like, you guys are just so full of shit. So it is what it is. It's Saturday night. I'm on one. I don't care. It's like you love the opportunity, you love the space, but you just get sick and tired of all. And again, for me, for most people, you hear me say I lost $12,000 with them, but just think about how devastating that would be to somebody here in this chat. If you lost $12,000, like you bought and you thought you were doing something right, and they got what they call a verified blue check. They had a verified blue check on their crypto.com NFT platforms. All these sellers selling all this stuff, and but you guys, if anybody knows who's been around me for a year, if anybody's been here for a year, go back and look at my videos of me bragging about all the stuff I was buying. You remember that? Not bragging in the sense of I'm bigger, but remember we were all buying. That's when NFTs. Remember when NFTs were real hot, and everybody's like, "Oh, I got this and I got this," and even Miss J Kills and J Kills will come on. Oh, I bought it might be some Back to the Future, and we were all just, oh my God, I bought one too. So it was just during the time where NFTs were hot, and we were all buying, and so I guess you had people that were photoshopping their stars. Like, how would I know that? I'm not a damn NFT guy. I'm just an innocent American trying to buy something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Anthony Wanner, and I got hit for 12 grand, man. I'm just like, so I start looking at all those NFTs, fraud. I'm like, whoa. And when I contact, well, you should have known, but or whatever they said it like a smart ass kind. I'm just like, bro, how would I know that? They got to, based off of our thing, we can't do a refund, and and I'm like, but you guys let these fools sell on your platform. They got blue check marks. I said, how would I know that? How would I know that? Sorry, we can't help you. And I mean, I was pissed and I was hot, but I expressed myself. I was pissed off, and I just let it go. And that was months ago. So, it's not like they waited all this time to shut me down. Good Lord, I'm just saying. It is what it is. Life goes on. They ain't going to stop me. Boom, Bank of England, BOE, UK Central Bank has released a paper named Ripple, exploring the synchronized settlement payments using the Interledger Protocol XRP. We successfully integrated the Ripple solution with 2 simulated RTG systems. You got to love that. What it says, the U.S. has officially lost the plot. U.S. investors are being punished, damn straight, and hurt more by U.S. regulators than by fraudsters. You damn well. I got to agree with John Deaton on that one. And that says a lot because I'm not minimizing the fraud that exists in the ecosystem. Shouts out to, that's right there. That's an attorney. That's not me. Well, 6-8Jay, you're just mad because you got I'm just telling you, what they're doing is control, corruption, and they're hurting the American. I've been preaching this forever, and you got an attorney, John Deaton, one of the biggest talents as far as looking out for people in the space. Just an incredible individual. I read it one more time. The U.S. has officially lost the plot. It's supposed to be about helping people, not hurting people. U.S. investors are being punished and hurt more by U.S. regulators. Why? Because they want to control. They want to tax. They want to control. They want to tell you what you can spend on and what you can't. It's the whole narrative. And they use FTX to launch Operation Choke Point 2.0 to do exactly that, to control the narrative, to control us, the people. They'll do anything they have to do to destroy the things that will allow us to win in order to make sure they get a piece of the pie on everything that we do. I'm telling you guys, this is just the beginning. U.S. investors are being punished and hurt more by U.S. regulators than by fraudsters. I didn't say that. John Deaton said that. And that says a lot because I'm not minimizing all the fraud that exists in this ecosystem. I'm just saying what he's saying is the U.S. regulators, SEC, Elizabeth Warren, they're hurting the American people. John Deaton. What else do I need to say? I'm done. I got nothing else to say, guys. I'm done. That says it all right there. There's so much more I want to share with you guys. I'm already over an hour, 16 minutes. Sorry, guys. Just want to share that with you. Look, guys, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to end it with this. I was a pretty tough cookie coming up in life. Pretty tough cookie. Fought a lot. I told you guys I had a rough life, rough childhood. Worked my butt off to win in life. Worked my butt off and was given nothing. And raised my kids that way, and they're all successful and they're all winning. We're winning because of things that I've done, and I've helped a lot of other people win by mentoring and coaching a lot of people. My family is everything to me. The older I've gotten, the more emotional I've gotten. A lot of times with men, we're very, very logical, right? Women are very emotional. And I always say the best woman is a woman who's emotional and logical, and the best men are the ones who are logical and emotional. It's kind of like that. If you read the book, Men Are from Mars, Women Are from Venus, kind of puts all those things in perspective. The older I've gotten, the more emotional I've gotten, especially when it comes to kids. Things that my mother taught me softened my heart when I used to be, 16, 17, working at Adicott with the mentally, at the time they would call it mentally retarded and handicapped. I don't know if you can even say that word now. That was my summer job, and it just helped me appreciate my life, appreciate being able to walk in and out of the building, appreciate to have the things that we all take for granted by working with these children. And then sometimes I lost the kids, it would devastate me and, made me, get emotional and cry and all those things. And I think, she knew what she was doing because it really softened me up. And then you have kids and all these. I'm a big family guy. And I say all that to say this. If someone hurts my family, it hurts me. I'm one of those guys that even right now, like to this day, if my wife starts crying about something, I'll automatically get emotional and start tearing up because I love her that much. And I don't want her to hurt for anything, and so if someone hurts my family, if someone does something to Andrew T, I'm taking it personal. If someone does something to Shane Sullivan, I'm taking that personally. If someone does something to Nest Force, I'm taking that personally. And that's why back when I was co-hosting, and a person told me not to react or to control my emotions because I might offend people. I'm like, wait a minute, am I not family? Are these people not my family? Am I not able to tell them what happened to me? Oh, well, you might offend people and it might scare people off, and we don't do that here. And I'm just like, dude, I can't do that. You're trying to tell me not to be me. You're trying to tell me not to be 100 and all that I do. And nothing against that person, but I just think, he was trying to run his channel, his thing a certain way, and I don't want to be manipulative. I don't want to hold anything back. I will fight for my family, and I hurt when you hurt, and that's just the way I've always been. That's why I keep 100. That's why I open up my whole world to you guys. That's why I don't try to hide my real name. That's why I answer the phone when people call. That's why I interact with people. That's why I have people in my home, or meet people when I go out to Vegas and hug and everything that I do, because I'm a real person. And when I call you guys my family, I mean, it's not about clicks. It's not about that. It's not about, because I haven't set my channel up to be one of those people that, every time we do something, we get paid. No, this is all about love. This is all about helping. This is all about uplifting. And if you just so happen to go to my Instagram and Facebook and get to learn about me and my wife, I don't do a lot of posts on that anymore because I'm like retired from those industries that I was doing. I don't do those anymore. But if you go back and look back years and years and years and 5 or 10 or 15 years, you'll see the things that we're doing. We've never changed. Even before crypto, we've always been the same. So when I say that if I express myself in a way where I'm hurt or I'm pissed because, someone did me wrong or something was done unethical, whatever, I don't mean to offend anyone. If I say I'm mad at Crow, I don't mean to offend anyone. Hey, God bless you. If you have a whole bunch of it, if I say I'm out of something or I just took my money out of something, it does not mean I'm not trying to offend anyone. But if we're really family, I should be able to express anything to you guys, or you guys should be able to express anything to me. I've had some people express some things to me off air, privately, about life, about situations. And some of you guys are here today, and it makes me love you even more, because that tells me you're really my brothers and my sisters. When you can reach out and say, yo, Jay, this ain't right or that ain't right, my heart hurts. And I might not always have the answer, but I'm going to do my best to be there for each and every one of you guys. So with that being said, guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Shane Sullivan, Big Bro, Bullish Big D, Ness Force, Big Watch Dude, Andrew T., Anthony Wanner, who else is here? Frankie Legend, my brother, Big Watch Dude. Who else is here? I believe I said Frankie Legend, Anthony Wanner, Bullish Big D. I don't mind saying it twice. Big Watch Dude, Always One Away. My beautiful Queen Jeanette, man, my best friend and my greatest supporter ever. I'm just so proud of my wife and proud of our kids and proud of our life. And I'm proud of you guys for being a part of our family. And I'm just very grateful that me and my wife met you guys, and that with you guys we've extended and grown our family since knowing each and one of you guys, each and every one of you guys. Big Bro Tim's in the house, Bullish Kenny G. Who else is here? Shouts out to Mike Collins for that amazing conversation earlier today too. Beekeeper69, Nest Force. Shout out to all my boys too. Griff, I know Mike Owens is not here. Iron Man Anthony, Iron Man Bubba, who's always typically here. E for Rockin', who was here earlier. If there's somebody I'm missing, guys, my apologies. Lower Level, Liz, Queen. If there's anybody that I'm missing, I apologize. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. It's your boy James, a.k.a. Six8Jay. We'll see you guys mañana. Till next time. Peace.